In the previous matchup, the Black Teeth Kommandos secured critical intel from the guardsmen at Outpost 266. The Dark Angels, however, were still on the ground, and the side of Astartes put them on the retreat. Today the two meet in the mission Evac Inbound, from the Octarius book. A quick look at the standings has both of these factions with one game played, the Dark Angels at 0-1 and the Kommandos at 1-0. The Dark Angels are converting to an Intercession squad kill team. Sergeant Rayner still leads this group with Bolt Rifle and Vengeance class scope. Cable is an Intercessor gunner with Bolt Rifle. Aquinas is an Intercessor warrior with Bolt Rifle and Reclusium Blessed Bolts. Dom is a warrior with Bolt Rifle and Combat Blade. Lazarus has a Bolt Rifle and Crack Grenade, and Kale joins the team with a Bolt Rifle. This team has chapter tactics of accurate and methodical. They will be up against the Black Teeth Kommandos led by Moloch, a Nob with Power Claw. He has numerous boys with him, including a Rocket Boy Ruck with Climbing Rope, Daka Boy Snag Pit with Choppa, Comms Boy Gascar with Choppa, and Slasher Boy Shank Skull. The rest are boys with various equipment. We're still playing with a limited number of operatives here to try to master what they do before including more. Today we'll be playing Evac Inbound from the Octarius book, and it's all about protecting the intel you just retrieved. The Kommandos will be the defender and do not have a kill zone edge. The attacker, however, considers all sides their kill zone edge. Moloch's boys are truly surrounded. The fort in the middle can be scaled and used as a vantage point. The Kommandos are going to divide their forces into two groups, and one of them will not be showing up until later in the battle. At the start of the strategy phase, the second turning point, the defender will roll d6 for each operative not in the game, and they will come in on a 4+. On the third turning point, all operatives are eligible to enter the game. We will be rolling for low ammo in some cases, which I'll explain as we go. At the end of each turning point, the defender scores 1 VP for each of their starting operatives that are on a vantage point of a terrain feature that is wholly within their drop zone, which will be the fort, to a maximum of 3 VPs per turn. Each time one of the defender's operatives is incapacitated, the attacker scores 3 VPs. At the end of the battle, for each of the defender's spy operatives that are on the battlefield and injured, or that are on the battlefield but are not on a vantage point or a terrain feature that is wholly within the drop zone, the attacker scores 1 VP. For secondaries, the Dark Angels get Headhunter, Damage Limitation, and Execution. The Kommandos get Rout, Deadly Marksman, and Blow It Up. We are ready to get this one underway. Thank you so much for watching our games, for leaving comments, and everything else. It makes it feel very worth it. We're not professionals. We may get things wrong from time to time, but we truly enjoy playing these games and sharing them with you. Let's get ready for turn 1. And with both sides selecting Infiltrate, the Dark Angels will be up first. Devastator Doctrine and Daka being played, so they stay at 2 CP. Rout being revealed by the Kommandos. And Aquinas makes the initial move, and he moves into a position to where he can get Moloch with that Bolt Rifle. Moloch does have an engage order and is an eligible target. Aquinas will let loose with that Bolt Rifle. It will be 4 shots hitting on 3s. Chapter tactics of methodical, not allowing these to ever be altered, always on 3s. There is a critical out there which kicks off AP-1 and negates cover. Moloch's defense reduced to 2, and he needs 4s. Both of those will be failed. The Kommandos will play just a scratch on this critical hit to negate it. And we counted this as 9 damage, but Reclusium Bolts would add 1 to that, and that would actually be 3 more damage in total. He should be on 1 wound, but this Intercessor is going to get to fire again with Bolter Discipline. So lines up another shot. There are 2 more criticals that go through and 2 more regular hits. AP-1, reducing him down to 2 defense. He needs 4s. Both are failed again, and that is going to take Moloch out of action. We move over to the Kommandos, and Snag Pit, the Daka Boy, is going to return fire. He uses his Daka Dash to get a free shoot and dash action. First, he's going to take shots. He targets Cable with that Daka Shooter, 5 shots needing 4s, and an abysmal roll, only 1. Cable is behind cover, and that shot will be negated. Snagpit will then use his free dash ability to move, and with his second APL, he is going to use a standard move to get back out of line of sight. We do take an ammo check for him. On a 1 or 2, he will be out of ammo, and he is just fine. We move back to the Dark Angels. Sergeant Rayner is going to activate. He moves up with his engage order. And aiming that bolt rifle with the Vengeance class scope, he will be targeting Grutt up there, who does have an engage order as well. This is 4 shots hitting on 2s, as he is methodical. He is also accurate, and lethal 5 with this weapon due to that scope. That lethal 5 leads to 3 criticals and 1 normal hit. That critical does kick off AP 1, so taking his defense down to 2, and he's looking for 5s. He will block that normal hit out, but still 3 critical shots going through. That takes him out of action as well. Gaskar, the comms boy, gives an AP over to the rocket boy and moves. And then we've got Cable, where he is going to use his actions to move up to the vantage point as well as a dash. We flip back over to the Kommandos, where the rocket boy is going to activate. He is going to move into range where he can see Sergeant Rayner. He does flip up to an engage order using that infiltrate ability, and he is going to fire that rocket. This is 5 shots, and it hits on 4s. And that is going to be 2 criticals against Sergeant Rayner. This weapon has Splash 1, inflicting 2 mortal wounds. AP 1, reducing the defense down to 2. Rayner blocks a critical as well as a normal, but that is still 5 damage going through with 2 mortal wounds, 7 in total. And Sergeant Rayner has 8 wounds remaining. Back to the Dark Angels, the infiltrate being used, switching this from a conceal to an engage order, using his move and dash to get up to the fort. And then we have an overwatch shot coming from Ruck with that rocket launcher as he is firing back down at Sergeant Rayner again, this time hitting on 5s due to being an overwatch shot. He will get 1 regular hit, but Sergeant Rayner is in cover. That will be negated. Back to the Dark Angels, Kale moves up with his first action with that engage order, and he is going to catch the rocket boy Ruck on top, and he is going to fire that bolt rifle. This is 4 shots, always on 3 with Chapter Tactics, and that is going to result in 1 critical and 1 regular hit. You will get to reroll one of these for Devastator Doctrine, which was the ploy that was played, results in a critical and 2 hits. The critical kicks off AP-1 and the no cover rule. So his defense of 3 becomes a 2, and rolling those out, looking for 5s. He is going to get 1 to block that critical, but 1 normal still goes through. He then fires again with Bolter Discipline using that 3rd action point, and that is going to be 1 critical and 1 normal hit. We will re-roll one of these for Devastator Doctrine. Again, the ploy that was played turns into 2 criticals and 1 normal hit. AP-1 and no cover turns him down to 2 defense dice. Both of those are failed, and that is going to kill Ruck. With no visible targets, we move back to the Dark Angels, where they continue to surround the fort, and that is going to bring us to the end of the first turning point, with major damage being inflicted onto the Orc Kommandos. 3 action points and the ability to strip cover and fire twice with Bolter Discipline is really putting the Kommandos in a bind on this one. Hopefully they get some reinforcements. Turning point 2 coming up next. And we roll for priority for turn 2. The Dark Angels will be up first. Let's see about those reinforcements. 5 dice coming out on a 4 up. They will get some people in, and it looks like none of the Kommandos want to show up. This is going to be extremely difficult to recover from. Dark Angels stay at 2 CP as they play Tactical Doctrine. Lazarus pops to the top, and he is going to target Snag Pit with that bolt rifle. Tactical Doctrine allowing a reroll within 6 inches on his hit roll. And 4 dice coming out, he will hit on 3s. And there will be a critical that kicks off AP-1. Again, no misses. AP-1 taking his defense down to 2. And it looks like one of those will be passed, but that is still going to be a critical and 2 regulars that go through. Again, just a scratch being played to eliminate that critical. That'll be 6 damage going through on Snag Pit. He does get to fire again due to Bolter Discipline, and that is going to trigger a reroll here for the Tactical Doctrine, the ploy. So far, 3 normal hits are on the table, and it will stay that way. No AP on this one, so 3 defense coming out, and he is looking for 5s. Looks like none of those are going to save, and Snagpit will take 9 more damage, and he has been incapacitated. Gaskar, the comms boy, then charges into Lazarus, has that engage order, and moving in with his Choppa. The Choppa is 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, and Lazarus will swing back with 4 attacks of his own, hitting on 3s. And in sorting these dice out, Gaskar strikes him for 5 damage with one of these criticals, and Lazarus is going to strike back with one of his criticals for 4 damage. Gaskar again hits him for 5 more damage. He's got 4 wounds remaining. Lazarus parries that other hit away and strikes for 1 more critical for 8 damage, and Gaskar has 2 wounds remaining, while Lazarus has 4. Back to the Dark Angels, we have Cable, who announces a charge into Gaskar as he scales the wall, makes it into contact with Gaskar, and we're going to all but wrap this one up as he's going to get 4 attacks coming across, hitting on 3s. Gaskar will certainly hit him back, but there's not a whole lot that can be done in this one. The Kommandos will play just a scratch to eliminate one of these and actually strike Cable, but there will be a hit with his fist that comes across, inflicting 4 damage, and that is going to incapacitate the comms boy Gaskar. And just like that, a quick and bloody battle, as the Orcs were very unfortunate in this one. The dice rolls certainly not in their favors. They missed some pretty key shots. The Dark Angels were extremely strong in this one. They have 3 action points. They can shoot twice. They're accurate and methodical, so they can strip cover. They always hit on their base pretty much. It was just a real easy victory for them today, especially with the way the Kommandos were rolling, not getting any reinforcements in, and just able to run up to the fort and essentially slaughter the Kommandos. Even if the Kommandos would have taken cover and kind of sheltered from all the fire in the first turn, they would have still been surrounded, and the Space Marines would have made it up, and they've proved pretty formidable in close combat as well. So with that, the Dark Angels will improve to 1-1, the Kommandos will fall to 1-1, and we'll have to see where this carries us next time in the campaign moving forward. Again, thank you so much for watching. Big thank you to the 2022 Coffee Supporters Club. Your names are on the screen now. If you'd like any more information on that, there will be a link down in the description. Quite frankly, if you've watched the video this far, you've done more than enough to support our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.